I care about everybody. If you're a young African American, an immigrant, you can go anywhere in this state. You just need to be conservative, not liberal.
So that was Republican Senator Lindsey Graham making an absolutely terrifying and ugly statement last night in a debate forum with Jamie Harrison, who is his challenger for the South Carolina Senate race. And Harrison is a relatively young African-American man. And what Lindsey Graham is effectively saying there is, I welcome everyone in this state. South Carolinians welcome everyone. But if you're a black person or you're an immigrant, basically if you're not white, you can do anything and go anywhere in this state. If you're a conservative, not a liberal. And so basically what he's saying is for people of color in his state, the state he's been a longtime senator of, you're only really welcomed and you only really have opportunities and you only really deserve opportunities if you're a conservative, if you're a Republican, or if you're whatever. Like, that's the only way you deserve and have opportunities as a not white person in this southern state. And that's a horrible idea. It's awful because that Lindsey Graham knows that white people, even if they are liberals, can find opportunities in South Carolina. Maybe in a conservative state, it's easier to go along with the crowd, but no one really ever says to white people, look, you're a white person. You can only have opportunities if you belong to a particular party. And yet here you have Lindsey Graham say, young black people, immigrants, you can do whatever you want. Just be in the right party, be in the right ideological camp, and you'll make it far in this state. And this is actually rooted in very ugly, frankly, racist history, specifically in the southern United States, which was rooted in this idea that the real issue of racial injustice and strife in the South was not actual inequality, levied by Southern whites on Southern blacks. It was actually liberal or left or socialist ideology being imported from the North or from Europe or wherever into the African American populations that were giving them these radical ideas that they deserved basic human rights, labor rights, voting rights, etc. And that if they were just nice, polite, docile black people that played along with the conservative majorities of the white populations in the South, they would be fine. And the real reason they struggled was because they were being indoctrinated by outside liberal and left voices. And that's the exact energy Lindsey Graham is tapping into in that remark. There's no nuance here. There's no this is out of context. There's no out of context thing here. This is a dog whistle, but in many ways it's also a foghorn because everyone heard it. That Lindsey Graham is saying people of color are not real South Carolinians unless they are conservative. That's what he's saying. This man needs to be defeated. 100% he needs to be defeated. This is just one more particularly egregious example. But he's enabled Donald Trump. He's broken his promise to not nominate somebody for the Supreme Court in the final year. This man has lied. He has cheated. He has stolen. And now he's engaging in the ugliest, race-based politics that are rooted in a deeply troubling history in the South in particular. The man needs to go because Harrison can beat him. Polls effectively in South Carolina are tied. Stop giving your money to Amy McGrath in Kentucky. She's not going to win. Give your money to Jamie Harrison in South Carolina and defeat one of the biggest ghouls in the Republican caucus. And if we do that, maybe we'll get another clip of Lindsey Graham begging for money on Fox News because we all loved seeing that.